Today, I'm going to tell you what happens when you consume cinnamon frequently, what its impact is on weight loss, blood sugar, cholesterol, the liver, and immunity. You're going to love this video. Stay until the end. You won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, cheap, and delicious recipes, you're going to love the channel because there's a new video every day. You won't want to miss them. Many people ask me what happens if they consume cinnamon more frequently. Cinnamon is a wonderful spice, aromatic, tasty. It naturally sweetens our desserts and drinks. It's cheap, accessible, and easy to add to the diet. And people ask me what happens to our body when we consume cinnamon frequently. The first major benefit of cinnamon, which is worth mentioning right away, is the effect it has on our blood sugar. Cinnamon can do this in several different ways. One of the main ways is that it helps to sensitize insulin, which is the hormone that the pancreas secretes when glucose is elevated. This doesn't only happen when we eat sugar, because glucose is also present in bread, rice, pasta, and various foods. So, we eat some carbohydrate-rich food, it gets absorbed in the intestine, and this glucose enters our blood, into the bloodstream. The brain perceives this, sends a signal to the pancreas which secretes insulin to store this excess sugar in fat cells. So, cinnamon will help with this metabolic issue because it helps to sensitize other cells in our body to recognize that insulin is there. So, the insulin will be more effective, so to speak, and your pancreas needs to secrete less insulin. This helps to balance blood sugar levels. Additionally, cinnamon will also help by slightly modifying the secretion of some digestive enzymes, which will slow down glucose absorption, helping to keep it more stable and thus reducing glucose spikes. And cinnamon also contains a compound that kind of mimics insulin in our body. So, it helps make insulin more efficient once again and facilitates the uptake of glucose by the cells. So, it is very interesting if you are afraid of becoming diabetic, if you have diabetes, or if you want to lose weight. Because this will also help in the weight loss process, controlling this insulin secretion greatly aids in the weight loss process, especially in the accumulation of abdominal fat, which is also related to liver problems in the medium and long term. So, indirectly, cinnamon can also help your liver by preventing this accumulation of visceral fat, which is closely associated with excess insulin secretion. Another way it can aid in weight loss is through its ability to naturally and effectively flavor and sweeten some drinks and desserts. We already know that sugar is highly inflammatory, has empty calories, and is harmful for weight loss, immunity, and health in general. I have a video here on the channel talking about how long our body needs to stay off sugar for our system to start improving. I'll leave it down here in the description. If you don't know the name of the video, an arrow, click there and we'll open several cool videos. I'll leave that video there. And I'll also leave another really cool video with tips on how to sweeten your coffee without sugar. One of them I've already mentioned here is cinnamon, but there are other great options. Watch the video there, you'll like it. Cinnamon is also excellent for our immune system. Some people still don't know that. It has many antioxidants, many polyphenol. In fact, some studies compare the amount of antioxidants it has even to that of garlic. In fact, cinnamon is used as a preservative for some foods. So, we can already see from that it has beneficial effects. We know that an organism with more antioxidant activity will have less damage from free radicals and fewer medium and long-term degenerative diseases. In addition, cinnamon also has a great anti-inflammatory capacity, and a less inflamed organism is one that better fights diseases and infections. I have a really cool playlist on immunity here on the channel where I give various tips, many recipes, juices, teas, and I'll leave it down here in the description for you as well. Cinnamon is also excellent for the cardiovascular system for several different reasons. It helps to lower total cholesterol, it helps to lower bad cholesterol, it keeps HDL at stable levels, and maintaining a good level of circulating fats in our blood is very beneficial for the cardiovascular system. I often get asked if cinnamon raises blood pressure. There's an aunt whose blood pressure increases when she consumes cinnamon, or someone has heard that cinnamon raises blood pressure. In fact, scientific studies don't confirm this. In fact, several animal studies have found that cinnamon actually helps to lower blood pressure. Often, many people think it will raise their blood pressure. They get scared, and their blood pressure goes up. This can be different in individual cases. Ideally, if you already have high blood pressure or if you've consumed cinnamon and it raised your blood pressure, always talk to your doctor or nutritionist because they know you personally and can guide you better regarding this. In fact, I remembered that there are also some playlists on this channel talking more about how to lower cholesterol and triglycerides. They will be down here, and I have another playlist to help you control high blood pressure with many tips and recipes. It will also be down here in the description. Another interesting fact is that cinnamon can help protect our brain and neurons. Cinnamon contains some compounds that inhibit the accumulation of a protein, which is one of the markers of Alzheimer's in the brain. And also, some studies conducted using cinnamon in animals found that it improved motor function for those with Parkinson's. So it might be an alternative for you to discuss with your doctor to see if it's worth adding cinnamon along with the rest of your treatment and therapies to help or not control these diseases. Always talk to your doctor if you already have any health issues. Cinnamon also has a proven bactericidal effect, meaning it helps combat some harmful bacteria, and it is even antifungal. In the past, many people used to put cinnamon in nail polish because they wanted to fight fungi. I don't know if this is still a thing. I remember it was very common many years ago. If, for example, you drink cinnamon tea when you have a throat infection, cinnamon helps to soothe, or you gargle with it, or you use cinnamon in flavored water. Always remember that you are not going to use cinnamon to treat a disease if you already have pus in your throat. With a fever, that's not the idea. The point is to improve the throat, improve breath, which also helps some people who have bad breath. But if you already have a health problem, fever, sore throat, pus, irritation, you need to see a doctor. So you want to consume more cinnamon, but you're out of ideas. Of course, the first easy idea to use cinnamon is to put it in a smoothie with banana, with oats, that classic. But cinnamon goes far beyond that. Of course, you can sprinkle it on fruits, in yogurt. But you can also add it to teas, not just make cinnamon tea, but you can use cinnamon to sweeten other teas. For example, green tea, which many people want to consume and is bitter. Add a little cinnamon to infuse with it, which will give it a wonderful flavor. Any tea that you are already used to drinking, you can start adding a little cinnamon. It pairs very well with various other teas and helps to naturally sweeten them. So remember that, besides adding it to drinks, you can use cinnamon in various breakfast and snack preparations. It's always very tasty to use cinnamon in cakes, pancakes, sweetbreads, and much more. I have many breakfast and snack recipes here on the channel, and they're good ideas for you to use cinnamon. I'll leave them down below in the description. But cinnamon also goes well in savory dishes. I think it brings a sort of Middle Eastern flavor when you add it to kibbeh, kofta, or a stewed meat dish. A little cinnamon adds a very different seasoning, especially if you add a bit of cumin and a bit of cinnamon. Remember that cumin is thermogenic? I have a video about it here on the channel, about cumin water. But these somewhat oriental flavors, I think they go really well and help elevate any dish, even vegetable ones. Now tell me down below, do you usually use cinnamon, and how do you incorporate cinnamon into your daily routine? Do you use it in recipes, in coffee, in smoothies? Do you use it for breakfast or snacks? Some people consume it occasionally, only in a special dessert. Tell me what your favorite recipe is. I would love to see your comment. Like the video, as it helps me a lot, and share it with those who need it. Let's together expand this chain of good, which is what I want here with the channel. See you next time. Bye!